Valley. Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana is the site for today's football game. And it's an absolutely beautiful night as we get ready for this game between the LSU Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Well, the college football season is upon us, and these two SEC teams are ready to go at it. Hi, everyone. I'm Brad Nessler, and with me, as always, Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing started with a coin toss, sponsored by Coke Zero. We'll see how these two teams play in this game as they prepare for the opening kickoff. He wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit. And now we get to see this offense for the first time as they head out onto the field. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 31. They line up in the jumbo set. Hand off, and he's met immediately.
That was a fantastic play by this defense.
Lee, you're right. Poor halfback. He had nowhere to go.
They come out in a goal line set. Runs it, and he stops short of the line of scrimmage.
The halfback had nowhere to run, and he paid for it.
They need to throw some blocks out there. Hit somebody. This ain't a walkthrough.
The crowd is really letting them hear it. He airs it out. Into coverage, and the defense has it. He got hit hard.
His safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception here.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 24. They line up in the shotgun, 3 wide. He looks to throw on first down. Tackle made at the 36.
I like how this kid can use the sideline just as well as he can make plays in the middle of the field.
That's right, Kirk. They call that versatility.
That's right, Coach.
Defensive line looking to clog that middle. They'll work from the shotgun. Got a man, watch out here. And they tackle him at the 38-yard line. Good catch, and can this guy fly or what?
I couldn't agree with you more. This kid's got to be one of the fastest guys that we've had the privilege of seeing all year.
Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Straight ahead on the give, there's nowhere to run though. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. Second and 6. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Run the middle and nothing there. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Nice play here by the senior to make the sure tackle. It's not very often that someone's able to shake this guy.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. They line up in an I. Takes it and he's tackled short. There was just no daylight on that play, and the defensive lineman was the reason.
Well, that's one way to get involved in the game. Great stop in the backfield.
This will make it a field goal game. The kick is away. It's long enough, and it sails right on him. No good. So they come up empty-handed there.
The snap was good. The hold was good. He just shanked it to the right.
Kickers have to have a short memory. Just go out and make the next one.
Still, our score, LSU, nothing. Mississippi State, nothing. He's got the corner. Makes it out to about the 46. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's anybody on the field right now that could beat this guy in a foot race.
I agree, Brad. He's in a class by himself when it comes to speed.
And you can't coach that kind of speed. You either got it or you don't.
He's taken down at the 48. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
2nd down and 7. Ball on the 48. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Can't find anyone open. Got the corner. Now he shows his running ability. Tackle around the 23-yard line. Big yardage there on the quarterback run.
He dropped back to throw the ball and saw that no one was open. He just took off.
Hey, why not? This kid played some halfback in high school, so he's got a nose to run the football.
The halfback with a carry. Brought down at about the 21. Couple of yards there.
Gain of 2 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. 4 wide. Open man, and it's his wide receiver. That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive.
There must have been some defensive confusion on this play because there's no reason that this guy should be that wide open when he caught the football.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Decent kick. Tackle at the 39-yard line. And now we'll see the offense coming out onto the field for their next possession. They'll go to work at the 39. First down, 10 to go. They come out with a big set. They hand it off, and he's in the open field. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Yeah, it was a short gain, but a nice tackle there by the senior corner who came in from the outside and made a nice play.
It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. Offset I formation in the backfield. Runs it up the gut and hit a wall of defenders. Not much for the runner as he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a great hit by the defender. He just drove the ball carrier right to the ground.
Here's 3rd and 8. The offense lines this one up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers in the formation. Batted away. That's going to bring up 4th down.
The defense held their ground on that play. The quarterback just wasn't able to find any open receiver.
So it's 4th down. And they're ready to punt this one away. Gets it off. He fields the punt at the 16. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
I think we'll see them continue to pound it out on the ground, Kirk.
Might as well. It worked very well for them the last time out. This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
Gives it to the back. Tackle made at the 34-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 34. They line up in the jumbo set. Taken down in the backfield. A defensive end came through to put him away.
Nice job of utilizing his athletic ability to get in there and then make a sure tackle.
Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on the 32-yard line. Going with the shotgun here. And the safety with the interception. To the 20. To the 10. And he's finally brought down at the 3-yard line. And the safety made a really nice play on the ball to grab the interception.
This guy's got potential. I'll tell you what, if he keeps it up, you might see him playing on Sundays.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. 2 tight ends here. Finds the tight end for a touchdown. The big tight end makes a play and finds the end zone.
Yo, that looks like a freight train of stickum out there.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. And he hits the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Here's the kick. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
The offense needs to be more careful on this drive, Kirk.
Especially since this defense is so good at taking advantage of mistakes.
Hands it to the back. They'll bring him down at the 32. Maybe a few, but that's it.
It looked like the rush caused some problems there, Coach.
Yep, they were in there so quick that the running back was never able to get started.
And that's the end of the first quarter, and we've got a tie ball game. They're packed in tight on the line. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And they make the stop at the 42. That play just sets up perfectly.
That's because the defense didn't think it would be run twice in a row. It's almost like saying, if at first you don't succeed, try it again. Well, this one is, if you succeed, run it again, sweetheart.
And down he goes at about the 47-yard line. A 5-yard pickup for the tailback. 2nd and 4. Ball on the 47-yard line. Going with the shotgun here. He's on the run. Now he's going to run and watch out. There's a fumble. Looks like a defensive lineman might have it, and he does. And the defense got on it quickly.
That was a heck of a play by the big guy.
Sure was, Kirk. It's not too often those big linemen get their hands on the football. Boy, is he excited.
They'll go to work at the 28. 1st and 10. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. Hands off, and not much room there as they try to work the left side. Gain of less than a yard on the play.
The running back just didn't have any room to move, Kirk.
That's because the defense called the blitz at the right time, and they were able to come after the running back before he went for big yards.
Little screen pass. He's tackled at the 37-yard line.
If they keep this up, they're not going to see a 3rd down all drive.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that 1st down marker. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. They keep it on the ground, and a great tackle right there.
Couldn't get that additional yard he needed to keep the drive moving.
No, he was trying to muscle his way past those big guys, but they stood their ground.
He really got a hold of that one. Room around the corner. Across midfield. And they push him out at the 40. What a great return.
A few things here, guys. Poor coverage by the punting team and a great job by the returner of turning the ball upfield.
He didn't have much to do. That coverage was horrendous.
They come out in a goal line set. Halfback swallowed up immediately. Kirk, they really had nothing going on that run.
I'll tell you what, Brad, it's almost like he ran into a brick wall on that play.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's looking for 6. Can't connect. Oh, I bet the defender wishes he had that one back.
Yeah, anytime you have a chance to end the drive, especially in your own end zone, you just got to make that play.
And this stadium is getting loud. Can't find anyone open. Brought down around the 24-yard line.
Most of the time, zone coverage will take away the out route. Not that time.
1st down, 10 yards to go. And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. Hands off left, and he's brought down quickly. The running back gets a yard, maybe less.
That was a great tackle. The defender seemingly came out of nowhere and put a big hit on the ball carrier.
They'll work from the shotgun. Now he tries to buy some time. Now he's going to run and watch out. Big play, and it's first and goal. And he has a huge gain.
Yeah, I like the decision-making ability of this quarterback. He looks and looks. He sees nothing. He didn't get rattled. He sees some green in front of him, and he takes off. Ends up with a great run.
Looking for the corner. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got the handoff and knew exactly what to do with it.
They like the fact that they have a halfback who can pick his way so well through defenses.
And he converts the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Mississippi State ready to kick this one off. He kicks it. At the 30. At the 40. Across midfield. He breaks away, and this could be 6. He's all the way home. Touchdown. I'd say he opened a few eyes with that return, Lee.
He may open some eyes, but he shut some mouths on the other team with that little scamper.
The extra point to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point. LSU lines up for the kickoff. He kicks off. He'll return it from the 1. At the 30. At the 40. Across midfield. At the 30. To the 20. And he will score. What a return.
Yep, there's no good reason he should give up a return like this. You practice all week long. Just wrap the kid up already.
Yeah, but don't forget about the elusiveness of the returner. He made guys miss, and then he had the speed to break it wide open.
He makes the PAT. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off. He's to the 10. Shakes off a tackle. Brought down at the 42-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. LSU will try to get down the field here and tie this game up before halftime. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. Got a man, watch out here, and he's taken down at the 48-yard line.
It's all about chipping away at the defense. Even short yardage completions can have a way of building a quarterback's confidence.
Great pursuit there by the linebacker to make the sure tackle on this kid.
They line up in an I. Back to pass. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. Well, Coach, he just looked like he was in the right place at the right time.
Yep. Great play by the linebacker to read that pass and come away with the interception. Right there. Great play.
First down, 10 to go. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He gets the pass away. He threw that to a guy who was well covered, and it almost got intercepted.
Yeah, he's very lucky. That ball was only tipped.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Rolling out to the left side. And got him to the 10. Touchdown! And he tacks on the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Mississippi State ready to kick this one off. Kicks off. From the 7. Down the sideline. The 50. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Clipping on the receiving team.
So clipping on the play will send the offense backwards.
You're always taught that if you can see a player's name on his jersey, don't block him.
Hey, apparently he didn't see it. And another thing he might not see is more playing time.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Got a man, watch out here. And they make the stop around the 28-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
The quarterback and receiver spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
And they might be coming with a blitz here. He's tackled at the 31-yard line. 3-yard gain by the halfback on the counter play. 2nd and 7 coming up here. Ball on their own 31. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. And he's taken down around the 44-yard line.
They brought the middle linebacker on a blitz, and the quarterback got the ball out of his hands in time for a first down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. The defensive line moves in tight. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Finds his man, and they take him down immediately.
They like to run this fast-paced kind of offense.
Yeah, and sometimes you get the defense to panic and waste a timeout.
They're calling an audible. Slings it. And he's brought down at the 19. Nice play by the receiver to fight for that ball.
That was a big league play in 2 ways. Number 1, he kept the defender from picking it off. And number 2, he kept his eyes on the ball all the way and made the grab.
Their last red zone trip resulted in a touchdown. I don't expect this one to be any different. And it sails through the uprights. He didn't make it by much, but it counts.
That one looked wide from here. I don't know how he was able to sneak that one through the uprights.
Me either. That certainly wasn't the best kick of his career, but it did do the job. And like Brad said, it counts.
We've reached halftime, and I don't think too many people were expecting this. Our score here at Tiger Stadium, Mississippi State 28, LSU 17. And the teams are lined up to start the second half. He's to the 10. Across the 30. The tackle made at the 37-yard line. 3 points was the result of their last drive as the offense heads out for another.
And this offense needs to continue to produce on the scoreboard because they're still losing this game.
They shift on the defensive line. They motion to the right. He's hit and taken down.
Good-looking arm by that quarterback. The defender was in man, so if he throws the ball behind the intended receiver on an out route, it could go the other way for 6. Nice throw and a 1st and 10.
They line up in a double tight set. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Throws complete. He's got space to work. They got a few yards on that pass.
Yeah, we talked about how a run will open up the passing game, but some teams like to use their intermediate passing game to open up the run. Either way you look at it, it's good balance.
The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Makes the catch, and look out. Looks like there's an injured player on the field. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Brings it out left, and he stopped right away. The back gets 3 on the carry.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's 2nd and 8. Ball on the 30. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
They'll bring him down at the 20-yard line.
Move the chain gang because they just got themselves a first down.
Yeah, the quarterback and receiver were on the same page on that pass.
They're in the red zone where last time they came away with only a field goal. Option makes it out to maybe the 19-yard line. And the halfback's got nowhere to go. Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 19. They line up in the shotgun, 3 wide. Touchdown, LSU! And a nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you got to keep an eye for this guy. They love going to him down here.
That was a really nice throw by the quarterback. He found the receiver in between the coverage on the post route, and he had no problem finding the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off. Gets to about the 34-yard line. The offense will take the field, and they've been moving the ball very well on their last couple of drives. They line up in the jumbo set. Gets a block on the corner. And down he goes at the 44. And that'll be a gain of 10 by the running back. Second down and a couple feet. Ball on the 44. They're packed in tight on the line. He gets another carry. Tackle made at the 45. Not much there for the halfback, but he picked up some tough yardage.
Well, nothing fancy here. The back did a nice job of putting his head down and getting the first down.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. They'll throw on first down. Second and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. From the gun. Looking to throw. Runs with it, and he's got room. Oh, he got tattooed on that one. He made a real nice play on that one.
I'll tell you what, in today's game, you have to have the ability to run the football. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He made a great play and really gave his team a boost.
Here's the halfback. Tackle at the 33-yard line. So they go on the ground and pick up another first down.
Yo, nice run and good job to keep the chains moving.
They are stringing together a nice little drive here. If they keep this up, it'll be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
And they'll run them again. And they make the stop right around the 30. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. Second and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 30-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Receiver who's wide open. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brad. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and then take advantage of it.
So their last red zone visit resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold them this time. 4, maybe 5 yards on the run.
5-yard gain on the play.
Second and 6. 8 yards out. They come out in a goal line set. Gets a block on the corner. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
The safety made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. I recommend to the offensive coordinator a little play action and throw the fade route where the safety used to be.
That's right, Lee. These guys are shooting up there when they see run, and it only takes one time to catch them out of position and take it to the house.
Throws falling back and finds his man. The defense didn't stop the pass, but they stopped him short of the sticks.
And that's the important thing here. Allow him to make the catch, but make sure you tackle him before he gets to the first down mark.
This defense will give the quarterback those underneath routes all day long if it can prevent them from getting a first down.
He got behind those big buffet busters and followed them into the end zone.
That doesn't do a whole lot for yards per carry average, but hey, it sure puts a dent in the scoreboard.
And he adds the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He kicks it off. Tackle made at the 36. The quarterback is on his way back onto the field, and he led a great drive last time out.
This kid was talking about how well he's developed a connection with the receivers over the past couple of weeks. It really showed on their last drive.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field.
Green 95! Green 95!
He ignores the footsteps and makes the catch.
They need to start tightening up on defense. A game like that is not a good thing, my friend, and it only gets worse if this quarterback has anything to say about it.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Got a man, watch out here. So the defense kept everything in front of them on that play.
They didn't pick up much on that play, but if they keep dumping it off like that, the safeties are going to have to creep up. When you force the safeties to play shallow, it opens up a whole other passing game. That's when you hit them with the home run.
It was a safe call on first down. You never know when someone's going to break loose and make a play.
Strings it out left, and he stopped right away. 3rd down now, and they need to get it inside the 42. The defensive back's moving in closer. The backfield's in an offset I formation. They'll make the sack. They got heavy pressure on him that time.
Boy, you better believe it. The penetration got there, and boom, he went down.
Yeah, that pocket just collapsed right on top of the quarterback.
They're just 1 quarter away. Our score here in Baton Rouge, Mississippi State 35, LSU 24.
LSU 24.
So it's 4th down. Looks like they're going to punt it away here. Punts the ball away. They get the ball back after a touchdown on their last possession.
And the reason why they scored last time was because of the way they ran the football.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. They drove almost a length of the field. Let's see if they can put some more points up on the board.
Offset I formation in the backfield. To the right and tackled immediately. 3 yards there on the play.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 42-yard line. Backfield's in an offset I formation. They'll keep it on the ground again. Good tackle. He wasn't able to spin away from that one.
On defense, it's all about instincts. It didn't look like their instincts worked too well on that play.
You're right, Lee. There was a lot of running room there.
1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 48-yard line. Offset I formation in the backfield. Takes it right, and he can't get back to the line.
I'm curious to see if they have the guts to go to the ground again after that play.
I'd say go for it. Give this running back a chance to get in a rhythm.
That's a good point, Coach, but only if they can get some positive yards.
From the gun. Back to pass. He launches one for the end zone. Throws to the halfback. Touchdown. splits the uprights with the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Mississippi State is lining up to kick this one off. He kicks it. He's out to the 30. And we'll take a break while the injured player is attended to. This drive will start at the 45-yard line. Two tight end set. Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
They sure did, but somehow he got rid of the football.
Second and 10. Three wide receivers on the field. The quarterback in the shotgun. To the right and tackled immediately. Gain of 2.
On the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45. Gets it off as he's hit, complete. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 45. He made the catch, and they're still going to be short.
Hey, if you would have gotten some yards on first and second down, you wouldn't have needed so many on third down.
It's a great stand on that set of downs by this defense. They gave the quarterback the underneath throw, but wouldn't let the receiver get to the sticks. Nice job.
Some adjustments being made there on defense. Couldn't shake free from a nice tackle there. And they keep it on the ground for the first down.
Nothing too fancy here. The key is that the running back was able to convert the first down.
It's first and 10. They must be expecting something up the middle here. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he's tackled around the 31-yard line.
Pretty impressive. Accuracy is important, but just as important is having receivers that can make plays.
We've got a first and 10. D-line is making some adjustments. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. That's a great tackle at the 25-yard line. They pick up a good 6 yards there.
And that one will move them a little closer to the sticks. Nice 6-yard gain.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. And they make the stop at about the 19-yard line. Gain of 6 on the pass, and that's good for a first down.
They've done a great job on this drive with the underneath pass. The quarterback isn't forcing the ball, and you can see how effective he is.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he's hit before he can go anywhere. And a pickup of about 7.
That's a good completion. They didn't get the first down, but they picked up about 7 yards.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Second down. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Huge play, and it's going to be first and goal. Chalk up another catch for this wide receiver today.
Well, Coach, this wideout continues to impress us, and he's putting up some pretty decent yards today so far.
Yep, he's over 100 yards now, and that's certainly a solid day for this young man.
Caught end zone for the touchdown. Another touchdown pass. That is number 3.
You know what? It takes a lot of courage to play quarterback at the college level. And with that touchdown pass, this kid's showing how courageous and confident he really is.
And it's really not that often you're going to see a team losing that has a quarterback with 4 touchdowns in a game. They can't connect. Incomplete.
It'll be very interesting to see what the people say after that call if they end up losing by 1 point.
LSU lined up in an onside kick formation. They were really hoping to get the ball back there.
Well, now they have to call on their defense to make something happen. They need a big play right here to get that ball back.
They line up in the jumbo set. He's taken down at the 39. A 5-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 39-yard line. They're packed in tight on the line. There's an injured player on the field. First and 10. Ball on the 31. They line up in the jumbo set. He tackles him for a loss. Well, the defense really put the clamps down on that run.
Boy, Brad, great effort up front by that defense.
The defense calls a timeout.
2nd and 12 coming up here. They're packed in tight on the line. Little handoff. Tackle made at the 33-yard line. Almost eked out a yard on that one. 3rd down, and they need to get it to the 21. And there they are, folks, the Russell Athletic players of the game. And he is drilled at the 24-yard line. They'll get a good chunk of yards on that play, but they're still looking at 4th down.
Maybe that will perk these guys up a bit and get them going on the next drive.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's rolling right. Running out of time, and down he goes.
Look how fired up that defense is. Nice stop.
They'll set up shop at the 30. 1st down, 10 to go. 6 DBs on the field for the defense. Throws out and through his hands.
Number 2, the intended receiver on the play.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 30. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Throws it deep downfield. Broken out.
You would hope in that situation that the receiver would make more of an effort to catch the football.
Third and 10. Single set backfield. Man in motion.
And
it's caught. They'll bring him down at about the 39-yard line. He made the catch, and they're still going to be short.
Hey, if you would have gotten some yards on 1st and 2nd down, you wouldn't have needed so many on 3rd down.
Guys, I'm a little surprised there by the quarterback not trying to throw it deeper downfield. They needed a little bit more yardage than they got there for the 1st down. Unbelievable pass. They don't care what down it is.
They can't let that happen. If you stop a guy on 3rd down, you can't let him go for it on 4th like that.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 48. The quarterback's in the gun with 3 receivers in the set. And they make the stop around the 39-yard line.
Now that's how you run a corner route. He exploded out of his cut and beat the man coverage for a new set of downs.
The backfield's in an offset I formation. Makes the catch, and the defense is all over him. They bring him down for a loss. 3-yard loss there.
They really just didn't have any room to work on that play. The defense just suffocated them there.
Trying to throw a little screen, and it's picked off. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score.
Mississippi State 42, LSU 30.
Kirk, as we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance, your thoughts on this one?
Well, I think these guys came out here today and showed that they are for real.
LSU didn't think these guys will give them any trouble at all, but it ended up being more competition than they could handle. I think they overlooked this one, and it came back to haunt them.
Well, that does it for this presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Kirk and Lee, I'm Brad Nessler. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.